Well, it's that time of the year again when we are beginning to see evidence of the emerging fall season. A time when the leaves change colors. And here I'm looking at a tree and it's beautiful. Nature's art. And one of the things I always make mention of is the fact that this tree, when the leaves were green, did not attract many people as when it adopts different colors. People will sit under the tree and chat. Nice atmosphere. And it tells us about life. When we bloom, when we glow, people are attracted to us and they will stick close. Yes, something about life that we must understand. And also there is something else. Nature will not be forced. Things will happen and happen in due time and in the right season. Can you imagine if man had the ability to just do things that nature does, like the changing of the leaves? Well, they will do everything to their own whim and fancy. And likewise, if man had the ability to let rain fall on certain housetops and not on others, it is quite obvious that some people will have a lot of rain on their rooftops while some will cry out for a little drop. But as Bob Marley stated in one of his songs, he sang, "When the rain falls on all man housetop." And that is so wonderful. So wonderful. So looking at the leaves and the changing, there's something else that we must note. They do not always change at the same time. Because look, you see these leaves are actually green, and over there, if you can see in the distance, the leaves are also green. They have not changed as yet. What does it tell us about life? We do not all bloom at the same time. Some people are late bloomers. They come into their own at a later time in life. I know people who were deprived of a scholarship back in Grenada years ago because they didn't meet the standard. But you know what? Today they are doctors and lawyers and belong to all kind of professional groups. Yes, late bloomers. And just like the leaves, do not all change at the same time. So it is with people who bloom and come into their own at a later time. Looking at this, I always pick up from nature lessons. I call it lessons of life. And if we would only take the time to look at nature and the lesson that we can learn, it will help us to develop mentally, and of course when we pray, to develop spiritually. Another look at the changing leaves. The leaves have actually, some of them have actually turned into a different color. In a month or so, this area here, and actually I'm at Prospect Park, a favorite place, just as when I go to Grenada, Fandy Beach, another favorite place. And looking at the trees and the leaves in a month or so, in 1 month or so, the picture will be different. It will be a colorful picture, and people will stand and gaze and look and take in the beauty of nature on display. Anthony Wendell Dirks. Blessings, blessings, blessings.